welcome back, and it's time for Jabba's movies, and today we are talking about Nelson Mandela. Of course, his legacy is going to live on forever, so doing a story about his life was always going to be an enormous challenge.
You really deviated from the script on that one.
I did.
I'm
I
not
probably
sure
shouldn't
it paid
have.
off.
No.
Mandela, long walk to freedom. He's certainly ambitious, cramming the leader's epic life story into less than 2.5 hours. And it really is go to woe, isn't it, Jabba? I mean, they cover him from childhood to...
Exactly, yeah. Over 80 years, Andrew. Good morning, guys. Nice to see you. I saw this film, Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom, the day after seeing 12 Years a Slave. And that film had seemed rushed, trying to fit in 12 years of one man's life. So you can imagine trying to fit, as we say, 8 decades of a man's life into a 2.5-hour film. That said, I love Idris Elba. He's the lead. He plays the lead of Nelson Mandela. I loved him in The Wire as Russell Stringer Bell. Loved him in Prometheus as Captain Yannick. Loved him in Pacific Rim as Stacker Pentecost. In the Thor films, he's both futuristic and medieval. He has such a commanding presence. He's brilliantly cast in this film. My problem with it is the amount of stuff that they're going to try and fit in. You look at a film like Invictus, which looked at one tiny little element of the apartheid struggle in Mandela's life, and that's a powerful, powerful film directed by Clint Eastwood, an amazing film. This one is a little bit soap opera-y. It doesn't really do justice to the Mandela legacy. If you think about the fact that Liberace's lover's story can be told in a movie, as it was Behind the Candelabra last year, you can't really do the same thing with Mandela. Probably should have been a mini-series, but let's take a look right now. Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom.
I have cherished the ideal of a free, democratic society where all persons live together in harmony with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and achieve. But if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die.
141 minutes, you can, feel that that's probably not long enough to tell the story of Nelson Mandela. His book is 751 pages. As my wife has repeatedly told me, it's a bloody good read. So maybe do the book, or if you haven't got the time to read a whole book, then go see Mandela. 3.5 stars.
I mean, it looks like it's beautifully acted and shot and all that jazz, but you just cannot do it.
It's Nelson Mandela.
His voice is great.
Yeah. Hasn't he nailed it?
Yeah, brilliant casting. It's definitely worth seeing. I had high expectations, though. High expectations also for the remake of Robocop. You know me, I love any movie with a robot in it. Almost out of the gates, it's going to get 5 stars. This one, however, a little bit disappointing. It stays true to the original, too much so in that 1987 is, what, nearly 20 years ago? They haven't really updated any of the notions about government or corporations or that kind of thing. So, given that a large part of the plot is about allowing drone-type military hardware on American soil, that's something that exists. Yeah, there's an app at the moment that you can use to track drone strikes in Afghanistan and around the world.
Given that you can buy a drone at Dick Smith.
Yeah, or Amazon will deliver your books via a drone. So let's take a look at Robocop, the remake.
Even the worst neighborhood in America could be made completely safe. How do I know this? Because it's happening right now in every country in the world but this one. It is great to see American machines helping to promote peace abroad. So then tell me, why can't we use these machines here at home?
Samuel L. Jackson there is a bit of a political commentator. He's got his own show, like on a Fox network kind of thing, bit of a right-wing dude. Yeah. It's worth seeing. 3.5 stars for Robocop. One thing I will mention, on this show, along the bottom there's a crawl or a scroll or whatever it's called. They do that in the film, and there's some fantastic things like SETI message translated, and Mexican president rejects American refugees. There's some hilarious political commentary, so check it out. 3.5 stars for Robocop.
Very good. Right, thank you, Jab.
Thanks, guys.
Jabba.
Cheers.
27 years. It's hard to believe. 27 years since the original.
Isn't it? Makes you nostalgic for Robocop. Next on Weekend Sunrise, fresh from Nashville, our special performance by Casey Barnes.